Hi everybody, welcome to my bathroom. That's exciting. So today I'm doing a different kind of video. I didn't do live because I want to show you a few different things and I didn't want to be running all over the place with the video, and some of it starts here in the bathroom. So yesterday a question was posed, and thank you very much to the person who asked because it gave me a great idea. What do I do if I haven't worn makeup in a long time? I'm a mom, I have kids, I'm busy. The 80s, the 90s, whatever was a while ago. I'm kind of out of the loop because, yes, products have changed a lot, and it doesn't do me any good to talk about contour and highlight and, whatever, that kind of stuff. If you haven't worn makeup since, all we had was Maybelline mascara or whatever. So I'm going to go back to the basics today and say, what should I do if I haven't worn any kind of products in a long time? So I thought about the question and thought the first thing you really need to do, because all of the products that are available now are amazing, but if you're not taking good care of your skin, it doesn't matter what you put on, it's not gonna look good. So I wanted to show you some of my routine and some of our unique products, and just explain to you a little bit about how everything works. So as you can see right now, I'm covered in white stuff. So this is our exfoliating mask, but I know mask sounds like a big to-do. You can leave it on just for a couple of minutes, but all I did so far before I started the video was just wet my face literally with a bit of water. Used a tiny bit of the exfoliating mask, massaged it into my face, and you're supposed to leave it on for 5 minutes. I'm not going to leave it on for 5 minutes today, but I just wanted to show you that. So I'm going to pause the video quickly and rinse it off so you don't have to listen to the water running in my tap. Okay, so exfoliator rinsed off. So I say, okay, well, what do I have to do exfoliator? Well, you have to do exfoliator because if you have dry, flaky skin, it just doesn't look nice, obviously. But no matter what products you put on top of that, you're going to have that sort of dry, flaky skin underneath, and your products aren't going to look as good as they would have if your skin was nice and smooth. So I have to say that, my face feels nice now, but a little bit dry. So my next step, and I wouldn't exfoliate every day, a couple times a week is optimum. Even if you do it, I have to admit, probably most often, I do exfoliate before I get in the shower, so I put that on, and then on a day when I'm going to wash my hair, which isn't every day, before I get in the shower, and then I can just wet my hair and wash my hair and rinse off the stuff all at the same time. Makes life a lot easier. But so we have a couple of different cleansers. That would be my next step. This one here is the Pore Purifying Cleanser for more oilier skin, but we also have a cleanser for more dry skin, a moisturizing cleanser. So you really need any good products, but you really need like a very little. Okay, there we go. That's gonna go on the floor. And again, I'm just gonna apply this with a little bit. I'm gonna rub it between my fingers and apply it with just a little bit of water all over my face. So it's gonna get off anything that the exfoliator left behind, and make my skin nice and clean. So again, I'll pause for a second so you don't have to watch me rinse my face. Okay, so continue on. My eyebrows look weird, I have to fill them in. So next thing, so we've exfoliated, got all the dead skin off, we've cleansed, so our face is nice and clean. Now we need to give it back a little bit of moisture, because for me, I'm pretty dry. So two things you could go from here. It'd be perfectly acceptable at this point to move on to your toner and do your moisturizer, and then that's that. If you're like me and your skin's a little bit more dry and need to do something a bit extra, there's a couple of steps in between that are optional, totally optional. So I have the Uplift Beauty Serum. It's really nice. It's like, it comes in a little dropper. It's like an oil. And actually, when I first started using Unique in the summer, this product was too oily for me in the summertime. I didn't like it. And also at that point in time, my rosacea, which is like 1,000 times better right now than it was this past summer, I couldn't use this serum. So that's a good thing, right? Not all skincare products work for everybody, and not all skincare products, what you loved in the summertime or what you loved a few years ago, isn't necessarily what's going to work for you now. So it's kind of trial and error thing. You have to try a few things until you find what you like. So right now that it's winter and my skin is extra dry, I'm really loving the serum. But it's an optional step, totally. And just as you noticed, I didn't rub it in my face. I patted it into my skin. So it just gives some extra oil. It has lots of vitamins and good stuff like that. And so it's some moisture to put back into your skin now that you've kind of taken everything off with the cleanser and the exfoliator. So moving on to moisturizer. So we have like 4 different moisturizers, and it really depends on your skin type. It depends on if you're going to do a nighttime routine or if you're more of a morning person. I'll be 100% honest, most of the time when I'm doing all this, it's at night. Because for those of you who do know me personally, I'm not a morning person. I don't want to get up 25 minutes earlier or whatever to do all of this extra stuff in the morning. So oftentimes I do this whole thing at night, and then in the morning I might just tone and moisturize and put my makeup and go. And that's cool, whichever way. So if you're interested in some moisturizer, let me know. We'll talk about your skin and what your routine is really realistically like, because I don't want you to buy a whole bunch of stuff that's going to look really pretty on your bathroom counter, because all of our bottles are purple and gold and they're really really pretty, but if they just sit there and you don't use them, then what's the point? And so 100% honesty, I don't actually have a unique moisturizer right now, because I haven't been working for the company for too long, so I don't have everything yet, and that's a good thing to say, right? Like, so you don't have to buy everything at once. If you have a good cleanser and a good moisturizer, that's a good place to start. And then if you start to find that there's some stuff about your skin that you're not happy with, you're starting to get more lines, you're starting to get more dryness, then you can add in a product. Maybe you want to add in the serum, maybe you want to add in a toner, whichever one, which actually I didn't even do. I should have done the toner. But our toner is this rose water toning spritz, which you can either, I already put my moisturizer, but it's okay. You can either just literally spray it on your face like that. It smells really nice if you like flowers. It's not overpowering, but it definitely has that flowery scent for sure. Pardon me. Or what I usually do is put it on a cotton pad and wipe it on my face, because that's sort of how I'm used to using toner. But either way is fine. So that's my basic routine. Like I said, if you are just starting out, if you don't have you know, very much in the way of skincare products, maybe you're just splashing some water on your face in the shower, because if you're not wearing makeup, you're not sort of worried about your skincare as much, then talk to me. We'll figure out a plan, maybe a few things that you want to give a try to. Remember, with Unique, the products are really high quality. You don't need to use a lot, so whatever you buy, a bottle of, or jar or whatever of this, will last you a long time. And everything is a money back guarantee. So if you try it out for a couple weeks and you don't like it, then just let me know and we can send it back and get you something that you do like, or your money back, or whichever. So I'm going to put you on pause for a minute. I'm going to run into the other room and we'll do our, what do I do makeup wise if I haven't worn makeup in a while. Okay, I'm back, changed rooms. My skin feels nice and moisturized and clean. So what would I suggest that you do if you're a newbie or just getting back into it? So my 3 things: your brows, lashes, and lips. That would be the place that I would start. If you have an interest in other products, then let me know. But I think those are good places to kind of, once you got those things down, you can do those really fast, and kind of get about your day, and you'll still look polished and put together, without investing a whole lot of time and trying to figure out how to put on, you know, foundation and contour and, you know, what's your transition lid color and your crease and blah, blah, blah. You don't have to get into all that confusing stuff right off the bat, and you can build on those steps. The one thing I'm going to say first off about your brows, I'm kind of obsessed about eyebrows, is that if you haven't been maintaining your brows, then that's where you need to start. You need to find a good esthetician, go get your brows waxed. If they are kind of invisible, like see the end of my brows here, you can't even see them, then you need to have your brows tinted. I'm just saying to you, because from a place of love, go get your brows waxed and tinted, please. And if you want to know where I go, I will tell you. I'm happy to let you know. Not on the video, but I have a place that I love that I don't go anywhere else. It's not expensive. Most places charge maybe 15 bucks. If you don't have super hairy, bushy eyebrows, you can probably get away with doing it once every couple months. But it just makes a huge difference to your face, and it helps you know, they're the experts in maintaining. You can start plucking and making a huge mess, and if you go to some place that's good, that's pretty much all they do is wax people's eyebrows all day, then they're going to get your brows in good shape. So once your brows are, you know, looking like eyebrows, they match sort of, and they have a bit of an arch and everything is where it's supposed to be, then filling in your brows or just touching up your brows every day is super easy. And I showed you guys in a video already this week, but the two products that I use most regularly, pretty much every time I'm going to put on makeup, I do these things. So you can either use the liner pencil that I showed you the other day. That's the one with the spoolie on the end, and then you're just dial up. I don't know if you guys can see. Where is that? There we go. Or a little dial up eyebrow pencil. So I use that one all the time, but if you're kind of afraid of drawing lines on your eyebrows and it looking weird and you haven't done it in a while, then powder is the way to go. And like 100% honesty here, I do not have our Brow Obsession palette with Unique, but I'm using up this one first because it's practically brand new, because you can use one of these for, once you buy a brow palette like this, you can use it forever. Like it'll take ages for you to use it up. And our one is nice. It has a bit of a wax, so if you're going somewhere fancy and you want to really make your brows, you know, wow, there's that in there. And there's also a pink, like a lighter color in the brow palette, and that's if you're doing a really nice eyeshadow look and you want to kind of go along the inside here and make a really crisp line for your brows to make them really stand out. That's in there too. This one I have is just a powder, but anyway, it's what I'm using for now. So, and then if your brows are already in good shape, just giving them a bit of a fill-in. Everybody has spots. I have like a little weird, I don't know what it is, like a little mole or something here in my eyebrow, and no hair grows there. So just filling in the in-between places. It doesn't, you don't have to do those crazy like YouTube eyebrows or whatever. But having your eyebrows in good shape really just gives frame to your whole face. And I'm not even kind of really, I want this video to be relatively short so you guys aren't sitting there forever listening to me ramble on, as most of you who know me personally know I can do without too much trouble. A little bit uneven. But if you are going to use just a pencil or just a brush and powder like I just did, still you want a brush of some sort. I have another one around here somewhere with a spoolie end that looks like a mascara brush, just to kind of comb your brows and make them, again, blend out the powder. So if you did something weird and you're like, I don't like that, you can just blend it. Okay, so brows. Next thing, I don't know if you guys have seen anything that I've done this week, but every single time I put on any makeup, my absolute favorite is the Epic mascara. I think it's the best mascara that I've ever used. So we're gonna do our brows. We're gonna put on some mascara. And in fact, I'll pause for a minute and do some mascara and come back to you.